If your dad loves walleye fishing, giving him the right lures is one of the best Christmas gifts you can give. These five Rapala lures are proven, reliable, and cover the key depths and conditions walleye anglers face all year round. Each one fills a specific role, and together they create a perfectly balanced lineup for any walleye loving dad. Let's jump right into the top five. Number one, the Husky Jerk HJ10. It is a staple for clear water and colder days. At 4 inches long and 3/8 of an ounce, it imitates shiners and perch perfectly. But what really makes it shine is its neutral suspension. When your dad will pause his retrieve, the lure stays locked in place at whatever depth it's running, usually in that 4 to 8 foot range. That still, motionless posture is incredibly realistic, especially when walleye want an easy target. The HJ10's subtle rattle adds just enough sound to get attention without spooking the fish. And it's clean. Rolling flash helps in low light. Slow sweeps and long pauses make this lure come alive, making it a must have for evening bites, cool water days, and rocky shorelines alike. Number two, the Rapala Shad Rap SR7. The Shad Rap SR7 is a classic because of its smooth, tight balsa wobble, which walleyes respond to year round. At 2 3/4 of an inch long and 5/16 of an ounce, it naturally settles into that 5 to 8 foot range, perfect for spring rocks, wind-blown edges, and early fall transitions. Its action is subtle yet full of life, pulsing gently at lower speeds and giving off natural flashes that imitate small perch or shad. The SR7 excels when your dad needs to cover water while staying in that mid depth feeding lane. It casts very well, tracks cleanly, and stays grounded in that strike zone without overpowering picky fish. It's the kind of lure that works steadily and reliably. You'll never wonder if it's doing its job. Number three, the Rapala Original Floating Minnow F9. The original Floating Minnow F9 is the definition of finesse. At 3.5 inches long and 3/16 of an ounce, it glides naturally through that 3 to 5 foot zone, perfect for shallow rocks, weed edges, and evening shorelines. Its floating body gives it a beautifully lifelike rise. Pause it, and it slowly drifts upwards like a hurt minnow trying to recover. A quick twitch of the rod sends it darting before lifting again, creating a vulnerable, irresistible movement that walleyes simply can't ignore. The F9 also shines in rivers, drifting smoothly along current seams while staying high enough to avoid snags. For dads who love low light presentations, quiet evenings, or shallower water, this lure brings a natural, delicate presence that produces plenty of results. Number four, the Rapala Jointed J5. The Jointed J5 is a small lure with huge personality. At 2 inches long and 1/8 of an ounce, it imitates tiny baitfish, but its jointed tail adds a bold, exaggerated kick that walleye feel immediately. Running in that 4 to 6 foot range again, it's perfect for working weed edges, spring shallows, and stained water where vibration matters. Even on slow retrieves, the J5 wiggles constantly, giving it a lively, distressed look. Add a light twitch, and it darts unpredictably, often enough to trigger fish that ignore everything else. This lure shines on tough post front days or when walleye are feeding on small prey. It's the kind of fix the bite lure that every dad needs in his tackle box. And lastly, we're going to do one that's a bit more fun, the Rapala Glass Shad Rap GSR7. The Shad Rap GSR7 brings depth, flash, and a whole lot of attitude to your dad's lure lineup. At 2 3/4 inches long and 5/16 of an ounce, it naturally reaches that deeper 7 to 15 foot range, which is ideal for deeper breaks, mid depth shelves, and underwater points. You could, of course, do something like the SR9, which would dive a little deeper. But I wanted to give you something else that was a little more shiny, a little more chaotic to add to that Christmas gift. Its semi transparent glass body reflects light in multiple directions, creating shimmering flashes that look incredibly lifelike underwater. Paired with a tight, energetic wobble, the GSR7 sends out both visual and vibration cues that walleyes can't ignore. It casts well for its size and holds depth reliably, letting dad probe deeper structure without switching presentations. When fish slide down the break or hold just off of structure, this lure fills the exact role that your lineup needs. Each one of these five Rapala lures brings something different to the table. Different actions, different depths, and different strengths that cover just about every walleye situation your dad might face. Whether he's working shallow evening shoreline bites, probing mid depth rock, or exploring the deeper breaks, this lineup gives him a lure he can trust for every scenario. If you're looking for a Christmas gift that dad's going to find thoughtful, practical, and guaranteed to get used, use these five Rapalas that are hard to beat. They're proven, they're reliable, and they're exactly the kind of gear that helps create more great days on the water. Thanks for watching, and here's to giving your dad something he'll truly enjoy this Christmas. Take care, my friends.